these are standard coffee tables that we make in my shop. And I just wanted to go over a couple details. So they're both the same design, except for the color of the epoxy used in the legs is different. Everything else is pretty much the same. So one thing you'll see on all my coffee tables is I'll do a chamfer on the top and on the bottom. And this goes to add like a nice straight design line to the piece, but it also makes it harder to chip. So when you have this like for a long time, if you had a sharp corner, you would chip it. So this is just like kind of a safety feature. Then one thing that I really like about the user friendliness of our pieces is if you look on the bottom of the table, and I'll come lift this one up so you guys can see. If you look on the bottom of the table, it features a little keyhole right here where the Allen key goes. I think we have this one out. But the Allen key sits in magnets right here, and it fits the hex hardware on all the table legs. So if somebody buys a table and they want to move, they don't have to worry about a tool. I don't know, it's just a small feature, but I thought it was cool. And then if you actually look at the border of our tables, you'll notice that there are some voids where the skateboards are not, and we fill that in with epoxy. And sometimes you'll get a gap that goes all the way through, and you can see just clear through the table, which I think is super cool. Both of these tables feature parts of the border that has that. But yeah, these are pretty much my favorite things to make inside my wood shop. And every time anybody purchases one, I'm like doing a little happy dance. So I forget where these are going, but I know the names. This is April, thank you April, and this is Chad, thank you Chad. They've both been waiting for their pieces for about 8 months. And they've been very patient, and they've been excellent clients the whole way. And because of that, I took my time and tried to make these pieces pretty much perfect. And I know no piece is perfect, but these are pretty close to it. So, because I took my time, because I had great clients. So I'm super grateful. Thank you, April. Thank you, Chad. I hope you love your tables. And now that we got some final product shots of these, we're gonna go home and I'll show you guys how I crate them to ship. It's kind of a complicated process. It takes some time, but I like to make sure that my pieces are safely packaged when I took months to make them. So let's go do that. All right, guys, so we're back at my house, and I was gonna show you guys kind of the process behind what I do. So not in the video is we make these wooden crates from 1/2" Baltic birch plywood, and we leave the lids off. So we'll actually screw the lids on, and all of these are stapled and glued together. So what you're gonna see me do is I'm gonna take this table and I'm gonna wrap it in saran wrap. And then from there, I'm gonna use this bubble wrap to make corners. And the bubble wrap will be taped to the shrink wrap. And then I'm going to wrap the entire thing in a moving blanket, and then that will fit nicely in our wooden crate. And then I'll individually wrap each leg in bubble wrap and the shrink wrap. And then I write a nice thank you note to my client because I'm super grateful. And then I put a label on it, and then it goes where it goes. So that's what we're doing today. So let's get to it. We totally could do this like in my wood shop. We could just like not create dust one day and just do this, but I kind of really like taking my time with this step and doing it in my house. Just to me, it gives a more personal touch to the piece, which I really care about. But yeah. that I do the shrink wrap first is so that I can apply I can take the bubble wrap and make corners and then tape it to the table without it actually being on the table, because I don't want the adhesive on the tape to interfere with the finish on my tables at all. So that's why I do that. This is like definitely not the most like glamorous part of the process. For me so far, this has been like the best process for me. With my customers a little bit, because I always write them a thank you note. Even if it's short, even if I just say thank you and sign my name, I think about them and I'm super grateful. And it's really nice just like, I don't know, seeing the pieces come together. Because so much of my time is spent looking at like parts of the piece. On shipping days, I actually like get to see my pieces finished. And it's kind of the only time I get to, because as soon as I finish a piece, I typically ship it off. So it's like one and done. It's really nice to like see them finished, appreciate them for what they represent in my world, and let the clients know that I appreciate them too. So now that we've got our coffee table pretty much prepped, we're going to drop it in the crate, face down. And this is kind of satisfying because we had the crates to where they like fit perfectly for my standard coffee table dimensions. And then we come and we lay the legs out. And then we make sure they have a hardware pack and a key. And I usually kind of tuck this like inside the shrink wrap. Tuck it in there, okay. And then I fold this up like a burrito, and I try to do it as neat as I can. Even though it's probably gonna get jostled around in shipment, I try to make this part nice and neat. And then I'm gonna write a thank you note and drop a sticker. And then we put the lid on. Boom. She's good. Any. Huh? Yeah. This is my favorite part of packing up a coffee table. Boom. Putting the label on. And this one's going to Oklahoma, Oklahoma City. So thank you, April. Thank you, Lane. I hope you guys love your new coffee table made by me and my team at Barista Works. And on that note, we're gonna end today's video. Hopefully, this has given you guys a little bit of an insight as to how I create my tables and some of the care that I put into them. I like touch every single piece, every step of the way throughout the whole process. So this represents a culmination of a lot of work between myself and my crew. Yeah, and I know I've said it a million times, but I'm super grateful. So thank you, April. Thank you, Lane. Y'all been great clients. I hope you enjoy your piece.